The preparedness phase takes place before an emergency or disaster. It includes being informed, making plans, and building emergency/disaster supply kits. To assist you in performing your emergency/disaster plans, create cheat sheets for you and your staff members. These cheat sheets may include emergency procedure flip charts, job lists, and evacuation route designations. Everyone should feel comfortable performing each step of your emergency/disaster plans. Once finalized, your plans should be shared with staff, especially new employees, parents, EMS/fire, law enforcement, and regional healthcare coalitions. Regional healthcare coalitions are comprised of community partners, and their purpose is to coordinate information sharing, facilitate regional resource support, and promote effective and efficient regional response. CCR&Rs, as well as individual centers/homes, may participate in their region's coalition. Practicing your plans is essential to their success. Staff should be trained through drills and exercises that cover any incidents that a center or home may be at high risk for. Records of these drills should be maintained, and evaluations should be conducted in order to make any necessary changes to the plans. Each program should have specific emergency plans for shelter in place, a procedure that occurs during tornadoes, storms, etc. Lockdown, which takes place when there is an intruder in the center or home. Evacuation of the building, when there may be a fire or a gas leak. Off-site evacuation, which would take place if there's a bomb threat. Hazardous spill danger, and missing child situation. As part of the preparedness phase, disaster kits should be created in addition to first aid kits that should already be on hand. As with a first aid kit, the disaster kit should be checked to ensure all supplies are in working order and have not expired. It is recommended to have individual kits for each child to make certain that there's a sufficient amount of supplies in case of an emergency. Now it's your turn to try building your own disaster kit. Drag and drop the items on top of the backpack to add them to your disaster kit. If the items disappear, then it is a correct item that should be included. If the item moves back to the left side of the screen, then it is an incorrect item that should not be included. Once you think you've added all the correct items, click Submit. Great job! That's correct. The definition of response includes immediate actions to save lives, protect property, and meet basic human needs. The response phase begins during the moments when you are alerted to an impending emergency and when the emergency actually occurs. The response should be activated and carried out according to your program's plans. Once everyone is out of danger after an incident involving the child care center or child care home, Illinois licensing standards require you to call or contact your licensing representative. You should also contact the Child Care Resource and Referral Office that serves the county where your center or home is located. License-exempt child care providers may also contact their local CCR&Rs. The recovery phase includes the hours, days, weeks, or years, in extreme cases, after an emergency occurs, when efforts are focused on food, water, shelter, and the safety of those affected. The recovery phase helps individuals and communities return to normal, as well as restores organizations to sustain economic growth and confidence, rebuilds destroyed property, and reconstitutes government operations and services. As part of the recovery phase, you should provide guidance to staff and families on the effects of traumatic incidents on children. Monitor children and staff carefully and identify any difficulties coping with the traumatic event. You should debrief about the incident as a group within your child care center or child care home. Once a program responds to and recovers from a disaster or emergency, even if it is a drill, the phases may be revisited for process improvement to make sure that the program's plans are up to date and relevant. At this time, new mitigation activities may be identified as well. To review the 4 phases of emergency planning, please select each action step and pair it with the correct phase of emergency planning.